Well, ever since his daughter started kindergarten, Garth Callahan put a note like this one in her lunchbox.
How sweet. But when he was diagnosed with cancer, Garth worried he wouldn't make it to his daughter's graduation, and neither would his notes. So he decided to write them in advance just in case. And he did, for all 826 days left until she was done with school.
Joining us now with their story is Garth Callahan and his daughter, Emma. So great to have you here.
Thank you.
This weekend. Garth, why did you decide to do this? Did you think that, boy, I want her to have a lasting memory from me, but I might not be here to share in those moments later in her life?
All of this happened right after my my most recent cancer diagnosis, which was in October. And there's always been an implied promise in our household that there would be a note in the hand-packed lunch. And I read this article, and the article talked about making a promise, and promise cards called Because I Said I Would. I was so moved by this article that I thought that I really needed to make this no longer an implied promise. Mm-hmm. And I was, in fact, very worried that 5 years from now, there was a pretty good possibility that I couldn't finish the notes. So I started writing very diligently every day.
And Emma, you brought along some of your favorite napkins here. Can you read a couple of them for us?
Sure. Why fit in when you were born to stand out?
That's Dr. Seuss, right?
Yes. And anyone can be cool, but awesome takes practice.
So when you get these notes in your lunchbox and you know that your dad did this for you, how does it make you feel?
It makes me feel good. It's like I have a little piece of him with me every day.
The struggle, Garth, has to be enormous, but you've always remained positive through this. You mentioned just there at the top my latest cancer diagnosis.
Right.
It's your third.
Yes.
And you've overcome it. That's remarkable.
Frankly, we really don't allow negativity in our house about this. We could very easily curl up on the couch and let bad things happen. But at the end of the day, it's really important for us to focus on good things and positive things and beating this.
Emma, you saw her ripping up some napkins one time.
Yes.
Why were you doing that?
Well, I was ripping out the quote to put them in a composition note so I could keep them.
Oh, and you thought something else?
I saw her doing this. I was about 10 or 12 steps away, and I felt like she was ripping my heart out. I thought to myself, oh my goodness, how bad was the note that day? And so I really had to walk in and take a breath and step outside of this emotional thing that I was seeing and ask her what was going on. And that's when I realized that this was something a lot bigger than just the two of us.
And Garth, you're kidney cancer free, living with prostate cancer, and we're pulling for you on
Thanks.
that. Emma, if you could just, before we go, tell us how important you think it is for parents to do things like this for their kids and how special it makes you feel.
I think it's really important for parents to do it for their kids because it helps the kids know that the parents are thinking of them, and that when they're off at school, it's not just they're gone for a while, but that they're always there.
Garth, what do you plan to do with all of these napkins, all of these notes?
Well, I plan on having a great book series, and ultimately, I want to inspire every parent in the country to take up this, whether they could commit to once a week or once a day. But I truly believe that if parents commit to doing a note, and it could be a note on a bathroom mirror or a Post-it somewhere, or maybe a drawing on their Ziploc bag for their sandwich, that shows the kids that they're very interested. And it's a great cycle, right? You think about your child when you make the lunch, and then the child thinks about you when they're eating the lunch.
I know you have a website. Please share that with our audience. I'd love for our audience to go there and see these napkin notes this morning.
Thank you so much. It's www.napkinnotesdad.com.
Napkinnotesdad.com.
Emma and Garth, thank you so much. What a neat story.
Thanks for having us.
We're pulling for you.
Thanks.